Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Hoosiers will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wolverines offense will have the football first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
To the air, it's Baker. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. And the Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
To the air, it's Baker. Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Indiana's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills. college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
And the Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Oh, he's got some space. The tag, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Texas Tech was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Lubbock. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Red Raider Nation, who will enjoy this win. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. It's caught. He's loose. Touchdown, Indiana! He found some open space. And on the Jets.
And back Back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure with every win. That makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff from the gun.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The throw. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return. But what a play by this defense to get the football. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This feels like one of those games you might, try to take it back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Now the play fake. It's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they tacked on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll try the left side. Turning it on. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Give him 96 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. 1st down from the 43. Makes the catch. It's Stewart.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times
just keeps moving. Across the 25, he's got room. There he goes to the right. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
you want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They give him the rock again on second and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a
touchdown, Indiana! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
they've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Baker. That's caught. It's Lockett. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that.
Gets away from one, finds room. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Right on the money. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. All out of space. At the 20. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if you're...
He uncorks one deep, and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? To the air, it's Baker. Catch in the middle, it's Mark. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Wolverines will call on their punt. They'll try to get him on the fake. There he goes. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the 1st down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the 1st down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on third down. Finds his man. It's Lockett. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He'll need some juice in that arm on third and long. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Got his man. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Give to the fullback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Gives it on the option. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now he's looking to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
To the air on second down. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Working that left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Unleashes one deep. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A sky-high punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Look out, he's got room. Got the first down himself. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Gets it to the back. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 4th down attempts, they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tied game, hoping to get something on the board. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hoosiers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. They booted away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about fun.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Running back searching for a hole. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down.
Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Wolverines are on the move. Moore will throw. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Lockett. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. In the final period with a 3rd down play. A run for the quarterback. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Swings it out to the flat. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Sends it back in motion. Moore to the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off-play action on 1st down. Finds his man. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Hoosiers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get it through the air. And his throw is incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with the...
There he goes. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. That'll give try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Rush is on him. He'll throw it. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going for it all. Ball's in the deep ball. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Hoosiers moving quickly to the line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Indiana! They have won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 7 over UTEP. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe run.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line.
Beck's going for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Plucks it out of the air. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a little too much contact trying to defend the fade, and that'll move it closer after that pass interference penalty. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly. Looking to fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Goes to the knee, and that will wrap it up, and their magical season continues.